All right, welcome back. So we are in episode 19, and I figured I'd start the episode out with us here at our third outpost that I built in between episodes. So this is our gold mining outpost as well as nickel. So we have these four miners over here on gold, these two on nickel, and we are, if we look at the region, so we're in Dustlands West right here. And then up right over here, we're northeastern highlands for the nickel, and then Dustlands North for the gold. So right here on the boundary of these three areas is where we found gold. That's where I found it between episodes. And same as our last outpost, we just have everything feeding into a stacker, max size, goes into our silo, and then into our vending machine, and then into our robot who takes it back. And the base is that direction, as you can see. So we have our solid fuel generator, as well as our code for running when the batteries are less than 20% and runs it up to 95%. And we have a little coal. You can bring coal out here too. And with two large batteries, we should only need coal every once in a while. So let us get back to the base, and I'll show you where the base is from here, because it was a pretty far distance out. So I'll see you in one moment. And so we are back at the base now. As you can see, it's a pretty far distance out. Somehow past the robot. Not sure where he's at. But usually I have him set up to come down to right about here before entering the base. So we'll see him here in a little bit. And let's go over some of the other things I've done between episodes. So I added on the chutes here to each of our drop-off points for the robots. This just allows me to close these if I am done receiving ore from that outpost without having to travel out to that outpost and turn off the power. I added in our third station here to see our third robot, so we can see what it's up to. So it's on its way back to us. It's got full cargo, and we can see its mode and its heading, which way it's facing. So coming to us, probably just doing some crazy jumps out there, having fun. So we have our unloading place here. So we have an unloader down there underneath. We can throw our backpacks into. I picked up some of the ores from that outpost. So I'm just gonna toss these in here. Eventually I might. But one thing I like to do is use the chute networks or the drop-off hoppers as a place I can just toss all the backpacks into, and then it feeds into the unloader. But in this case, because we have the robots now carrying everything from our outpost, I don't really need to worry about that too much, so may not do that in this on this planet. And we did hit our milestone. If we take a look, we'll do orbit, and if you press F3, you can bring up this screen. And if you type in orbit, you can see a lot of information on the planet. And if you see our days past, we've hit our goal of day 365. So we've successfully survived brutal 365 days on Mimas. It should be the last backpack. So we can look at, we have our combustion centrifuges here. They've been working hard, processing all the ores coming in from our outpost. If we jump down here, you can see a portion that I added was because of how many outposts we have, we're actually backing up on the silos. So I added a bunch more of these centrifuges. And as you can see, even this one all the way down at the end is processing. We got a good mix of all sorts of stuff in there, which is nice to see. So now we have everything automated except for cobalt. So we're still missing a cobalt mine or outpost. And let's jump up and take a look. So we have plenty of coal, a good amount of iron in there, some copper, silicon, some gold, silver. I just brought all that gold back, so it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get processed through. We are a little short on cobalt, and I got uranium in case we do end up needing it with the update coming out in a couple weeks, I think. And then let's look. So in today's episode, the goal is going to be doing... Oh, there's our robot, our gold robot, making his way in there now. One other thing I added before I forget. So I changed us over to solid fuel power now. So this is our silo, or this is our network for all the coal generators. And there we got some of them on, and we have our code over here to run. So it runs it, the batteries up to 95%. And then once they're below, I believe 30% on this code, these will kick on. And the way we have it set up is that it prioritizes output to this network first. And then once that is full, then it will start pushing items into our silo. But we have that here. And let's see. I can't remember if I added this in the last episode or between episodes, but this is our dispensing logic for the silos. And let's go ahead and dispense. I know we need gold, so we'll just go ahead and throw some more gold in there. Hit 10 on there. It'll go dispense that until it's empty, then it flashes us an error, and then it goes back to idle. And there's our gold coming through now. So we'll get some more gold in the base. But let's go up to our upper airlock. So today's goal is setting up our trade platforms. And we will be doing that out here. So we have this big crater out here. Kind of hard to see in the dark now. But we have this giant crater on the backside of our base. And I'm thinking we extend our platform out to here and then build our trading area in this spot. But before we do that, we will need to make some satellites. I did build a bunch of the landing pads. So we're good on that for the most part. And I added a suit rack here with its own suit and everything it needs. But let's take a look and see what we need for some satellites. So going to our electronics printer. We're definitely want some large satellites as well as some medium satellites. So we are low on electrum, should be fine on solder. And then we need those 3 superalloys, so waspalloy, inconel, and astraloy. So astraloy we are actually good on, so let's grab some of this. Grab 200. It leaves us 3 stacks in there. Satellite large. That would only actually get us 2 satellites. So we will actually need some more of that as well. So here's 3. I'd like to have at least 4 large satellites. So we'll need to make some more of that. I think the inconal. Let's grab 100 of this. So if we need 4 of that, we're also going to need some more. Actually, just barely got enough, but then we'd be out. So there's 4. And then the waspaloid, which we don't have any of. So let's take a look and see what we need to make that. So we're going to need 2 things of lead, 1 silver, 1 nickel. Let's grab that. So 1 silver, 1 nickel, and 2 lead. So that's that super alloy. Then this one, we need 2 things of steel, 1 copper, and then the cobalt, which we had, I believe, 11 stacks downstairs. So we'll have that one good. And then inconal, we're gonna have to wait on gold for that guy before we can smelt anymore. So let's grab some food, some water, and then go downstairs and start smelting these. And greenhouse is doing good. Larry's been keeping us fed and stocked up. If we look in our oven, yeah, we have plenty of food. And even our vending machine here is getting pretty full with potatoes, some wheat, plenty of wheat, and some soybeans. So we'll hit downstairs. Hit the command room first. So one of the things I did add was these buttons here, or these lights, to see when the solid fuel generator is running versus the gas fuel generator. So that's what these are doing. These just read if one of the generators are on, and then it rates that to this light and just turns it on or off. So as you can see, we're at 93% power, and our generators are off. And we're only using 19.4 kilowatts of power. And we can look and see how our ores are looking. So we got plenty of ores in there now, especially lead. We are doing good on that. Then we can check our robot. So our 3rd robot, the one for the gold mine, is on his way back to the outpost. And the other ones are doing good. Yeah, they're just loading up now. So doing good on that. Let's see. We'll restock our jetpack. We'll head out here and start doing some smelting. So we'll close our furnace. And first one we'll do, let's look. So this one we need 30 to 40 for pressure, and temperature doesn't matter. So let's do this one first. So we'll get 10 cobalt. That'll give us 500. You can see it dispensing right over there. And I believe that one is going to be, so that's 10, 9, 8, 7. I think it's number 6. So if we look, reset that. Yep, so 40 to 30 and 1 for minimum. So get that cobalt in. And we need 2 steel, is that right? Yeah, 2 steel and then 1 copper. So 1, 2. Oh, got the copper. Let's go grab that real quick while that's processing. We'll take our speedy elevator up. There we go. Sit real fast to get up to the top of the base with that. And oh, I did grab copper. Oh my god. Okay. Well, got to show off the elevator. Drop back down. Okay. Go back out. Thankfully, with these large vents, it doesn't take too long to pressurize and depressurize this airlock. So there's that, and toss our copper in. And what's the issue? Temperature shouldn't matter. Why are you trying to vent? Number 7? Oh, do select the wrong one. Okay, processing the copper in there now. Get that guy fired up. There we go. So temperature is good. Just waiting on that pressure now. Throw some more fuel in there. Should be right almost there. Okay. Why are you venting? Q down to manual. Okay, I can control this. There we go. Just getting that pressure up a little higher. Perfect. And there we go. There's 1 superalloy processed. So for the next one, that's be the wasp alloy. So we need 1 silver, 1 nickel, 2 lead. So 1 silver, 1 nickel, 2 lead. Furnace is closed. And for this guy, we need 50 on pressure, which might be an issue with that, with the way it's currently set. So what we can do is go over here to our pressure max and set this to like 54,500. There we go. That way it doesn't try to vent on us. So we'll get some more fuel in there. There we go. Probably a little bit more fuel. Let's see. Does it look a little better if I turn the light off? There we go. Yeah. up to 49, 50. So perfect. So we're good on that. Just waiting for the ingots to finish in there. And pressure's still good. So with me setting that limit to 54, the auto takeover from the script to output the gases won't start until it hits that. As long as we keep the furnace under 60, we'll be good. And just getting that lead in there now. So once the lead's in there, we'll be good. What we could do while we're waiting on that is we can open up our centrifuges. So these will auto open up once they get above, I think I set it to 2,000 reagents total in there. Especially these bottom ones, they get there pretty quick. So turn off. Turn off. There's that, so let those empty out. I'll get us a lot more material in there. Still waiting on that last thing of lead. You can see all that material going through all the resources. And this one is good. Oh. And that guy's good. That one's good as well. And let's see. Almost there. And pressure needs to go up just a little bit more. Okay, so we need to be less than 800 Kelvin. So we're actually going to need to empty that. And let's see. Connell. That's the 10. No. No. 7. Okay. Import. So number 8. There we go. Reset that. That should update. Dial number 8. And do I have signs down here? I think I do. Oh no, they're upstairs. Okay. I was gonna say we can put a sign up so I remember what's what. We do need to, oops. So we will empty out this. With it being a hot furnace, it's gonna be hard to get that temperature down like that. Let that empty. In the meantime, we can take a look and see. So got a good amount of coal, iron, some copper, some silicon, got a good amount of gold in there now, same as some silver, and even some nickel. So sweet, we'll be good on that now. And yeah, our backup is working correctly, so we got our power good. I'll jump down here to our power room. And there's that. So we're good on there as well. Yeah, room in there is good. Do I have any? I think I can jump, throw some of this in. What does that do? Does that cool it down? Oh, it does. Perfect. So you can just feed in some of this frozen carbon dioxide that we have. Yeah, pressure is going to go up, but that's fine. The script can control that. We're just trying to get underneath 800. There we go. And there's that alloy done. We'll turn this back to basic, reset it, and it should try to keep that max pressure now. Let's see. I'll set this back to what we have over here. And there's that. And then we will also increase the pressure on here. Set it up to 200. Turn this guy down to 1 and flip him the other way. I'll just repressurize our furnace, that way it stays hot in there. There we go. That should be good enough. All right. And since we are good on that, I know we'll need more gold, so let's just run all the gold through the system. Yeah, we got 1,000 grams. So do that. Put this back. And we can go look at the upstairs. Eat some food, drink some water. I'll swap out the battery on our light. We're gonna need the welder battery as full power as we can get it. So let's go up. There we go. And let's look at this over here. So should have, yeah, more astroloy, waspaloy. Perfect. And what did we need for that large satellite? So I want to make at least 4 of these, so 80. So we'll grab 100 out. 1, 2. Oops. MDU. Go. Okay, and while these 4 are building, we need more astroloy. 1, 2. Okay, so while those 4 are building, let's go take a look out here. Yeah, so this is a second suit I built. So we have one at the top of the base and one at the bottom of the base. And we have our EVA suit from the beginning for using with the greenhouse. So let us grab out some frames. As well as some steel. So I know I'm going to want this to be 4 wide, at least out to, I got lucky, don't have to do any mining there to flatten this out. So there's that. All right, so that is our part out to here. And I'm thinking we will do a 9x9 for one landing pad. That'll be our big landing pad. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I'll keep our 4x4 all the way out here as well. Alright, so there's that, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our 9x9. Oops. So a nice big landing pad that we should be able to fit anything on. And I think we're going to be going through a lot of steel and steel frames in this episode, getting all this welded up. Now, thankfully, we don't need this to be airtight, so we can just weld it once. So that'll save us a lot of steel. So here's our 9x9 runway. So that's going to go out to there. Here is, let's see, so there's that guy that continues out. All right. So I will get this welded up, and I'll see you guys here in a moment. So here is our 9x9. So let's start laying out everything. You can also replace the battery in our welder. I think I got some batteries here ready to go. So there's that one. Can start charging. And let's see. So that's a 9x9, which means we're gonna need 81 of these. That's 20, 30, 60, 70, 80. There we go. And let's see. Let's do the angle ones right here. So 1, 2, 3. Right? Or no, 4. 4 on each side. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our center. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we'll just use basic ones for this. And then let's see. So I'm thinking we have them come in on this direction for these guys. So that will be our center. Get all of this placed. Go. Be by the time we're done. So many trade platforms. Just that. And there we go. So I will get this welded up and I'll be right back. So this trade platform is ready to go. Let's get rid of that. Now let's see. Only thing we have left to do is which I am thinking. Yeah, I think we'll do it right there. So let's see. We need cable coils. So is that. So that's our 9x9 trade platform. Well, we will rename it 9x9. There we go. And now our next trading platform. Grab some more steel out. Gonna need to print some more as well. So I want to do 2 5x5s now. Which means we're gonna want one space in between them. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 spaces. Might as well go big. We got the resources now. We can build big. Okay. So we'll do 2 in between, and so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4, 5. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones build a lot faster compared to the 9x9. This guy we will extend out. Okay, so there's one 5x5. And we'll do same thing over here. So we got see. We'll do a 2 spacer. So that'll be right there, and then another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, turn the thrust up on the jetpack so we can fly out here a little easier with how far off the ground we are. Yep, there's that. Okay, so that's 5x5. And then same thing, we'll do 2 out here as a spacer. So that will connect to this. So let's get these. So there's that. Get this guy placed. Okay. Uh, do a 2 space out here as well behind this landing pad. And same on this side. That. Miss anything? Let's see. So 2 out there. Yep, good on there, good on there. Let's go here on this side. We'll extend this out a little bit more. All right. I think we will get some more steel sheets printed off. And some steel frames, because, yeah, we do not have many of them left. So, let's head back in. We'll refill our water and food, and we'll get all this welded up and get these printed off. So I'll see you right after the time lapse. So we have our two 5x5s all welded up and our 9x9. The only thing we have left to do now that I want to add in is some 3x3s. So I'm thinking they will go right over here on the backside of our 9x9. And I want at least 3 of them is what I'm thinking. So let's take a look. We'll do something like this. So there's one. And we'll go out 2 spaces. Keep it consistent with the other things. There's 2. Go out 2 spaces. Alright. So it's our 3 by 3s, 2 by 5s. So that should allow us to pretty much land anything that doesn't need a atmosphere. So I will get these welded up, and then I'm also going to add a space in right here for all of our satellites. I'm thinking we'll do it, yeah, right here. Or we might do it on the back side, because those large satellites take up a lot of room. Maybe we'll turn this spot into a power area, so we can put solid fuel generators down again, and then run some coal up here, or do a drop hatch like I was doing over there, like a drop spot for the coal. And then put some batteries up here to run our large satellites. because they're going to be off the power network from the main base. Everything else can be on that same network, but the power for the satellites are going to be on their own separate network. So let's get this welded up, and then I will add in some frames over here as well. Let's actually take a look at that. So if we do 2 out like this, and we could go like this for the power system. I grab some more frames. Yeah, so we go like this for our batteries and power. So solid fuel generators. This down. So we can get one more in right here. So it matches. And let's weld this one up, see how it looks. Okay. So this would be our area for power. Yeah, I think that will work just fine. And then over here we'll have satellites. Satellite uplinks. We could do that over here. That would look kind of cool coming up from the bottom of the base. Or maybe we extend it out this way. Yeah, maybe we do it out this direction and have satellites right here along this side so we could see it from our tower. Because that's going to be how we control everything. We'll have a local spot down here as well as one in the tower. But I'll get this welded up, and I'll see you guys here in a moment. So I got everything welded up and powered up. So we added in this area now. So we'll be doing our power, I'm thinking right over here. So we need probably 5 solid fuel generators. So we'll do another 100 kilowatts of power generation, and then we'll do some nuclear batteries, and then we'll do our satellites over here. And possibly maybe doing our medium satellites, maybe over in this direction. But let's see how big those are. So if we take a look, let's just grab one of each. So this is our medium satellite dish. Here's our large. So as you can see, it is quite massive. This might not even be enough room. Yeah, I think what we'll actually do is do it out here. Otherwise, this thing's just going to be massive. So let's see. How wide is this? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4 size. Okay. So let us okay, so it gives us 2 there, 4 out. I will do 5 out. So right there. Get these placed real quick so we can see what it looks like. And one more. Okay. We'll just weld these up one time for now, real quick. Definitely going to use a lot of resources, but that's the whole point of having those deep miners, is being able to access a whole bunch of resources. And so I think building big is a must in this game, because it's so fun to build these big bases, in my opinion. It's really cool seeing those people that can build those tiny bases that do everything that they want. Never been good at building small, though, and efficient. I like big, nice big buildings and bases. So if we do this, looks like, I think that should be it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to do one farther back. So this guy up. So 1 out like that, and I think, yeah, controls are right here. So we'll build 1 right there, and then we'll build the rest out that way. And we're gonna do 4 large satellites, and then our small satellites, we can build those over here. So I'm guessing somewhere in here. There it is. Okay. Then we have our medium satellites. And I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go right here with it. And then we'll have our 4 medium satellites right here. So there's those. So I will get these placed, the satellites, and then I'm going to go to the old base and rip up the 3 other medium satellites that we have there. So that way we can start deconstructing the old base and get everything moved over here. But I'll take care of that. I'll see you in just a moment. I got everything welded up and connected with at least data satellites, big it's I'm thinking I'm going to put them on their own battery. So I'm going to have a nuclear battery for each one, because at max, these guys can draw 1,000 watts, which is half of the solid fuel generators per large satellite when it's at max power. So I'm thinking I'm going to have all 5 solid generators on one main power cable that will run to each battery. And then each large satellite, its own separate nuclear battery. And then I put one here to run the small satellites. So the small satellites will have their own power, and then this power cable that powers that battery will connect with the other ones for satellite, those large, and I think they're called satellite antennas, right? Yeah, large satellite dish. We have 3 3x3s, 2 5x5s, 1 9x9, and then there's also going to be one more that's going to be, I think, a 9x9. Let me see. So if we check inside of F1 for trading, I think I think the runway landing pads, which I need to make some of, will be doing a 9x9 dock, one with atmosphere is what I'm trying to say. Words. So hangar doors, I think we can use the hangar doors here to create a modular kind of door. So yeah, large hangar door. So I think, yeah, if I do something like that, and then one at the top as well, I think I can make the hangar doors big enough to open up for ships to land in. Let's see, so medium, small, large. This way. Oops. So I think doing something like that might be a little too big, actually. But we can do stuff like this and do it. So I'll need, what is that? So I had 10 of them, I think. Was, let's see. Yeah, so 6. So yeah, I had 10 of them. So that's going to be 6 per tile, and we're gonna have 9 of them across. So 54 hangar doors is what I need to print off. So a lot of steel for that. But I have our solid generator, so let's go find a place for these. And I'm thinking we'll just do it something like right here. So we'll go 2 off the wall, and we'll do, yeah, something like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will hook all of these up together. So this will be the power generation for our satellites, or the satellite dishes. Let's come out from there. We will bring this guy over. Yeah, so we'll do that, like that. And this guy, so we'll need to run this cable down as well. So it says the power cable going to the batteries for the dishes. And the reason we're doing it this way is to keep the satellite, or keep one battery per large satellite dish, because they draw so much power. The 50,000 watts. So technically we could hook 2 of the large satellite dishes together off of one power cable. It should not blow, but just to be safe and to spread out the load, I'm going to do 1 dish per cable. So we'll only be able to charge for a certain amount, but that should be fine, because we should only really be using at one time just 1 dish to interrogate a target. Let's see. And how do we want to do this one? So I could go that again. And then like that. Actually, never mind. Not that way. So I'm going to bring this power cable along this line right here. And we'll leave that one like that. And pop this guy out. That way I can connect him. Weld it back up. There we go. And get this guy too. So here's that. There's that. Yeah, definitely over the top and completely unnecessary, but I like it. Okay, so that's good. Weld these up. There's that. Okay, so that's that wired up. Yeah, there's that. Might actually... Let me try something. Do a time lapse here. I'm thinking, what if we move the small satellite, or the medium satellites, behind the large satellites, and then we just have one battery that powers both of them. So something like this. So it'd be power. There we go. So this one would be responsible for both this, and then we do a small satellite dish back here. I need, I think, one more row of frames, and then we'll have small and mediums both together. And then we hook them up on the same data cable and then the same power network. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that instead of having this out here. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is we'll just have the smaller dishes on the back, have the cable going around, then power's connected, data's connected. The only thing is the data on the battery. I need to connect that to this line here. The issue is that this line is our main power line to the base, and the way the power code is written right now is it's going to read that battery as a potential battery as well, so it's going to take the ratio of its charge, so its percentage left, and factor that in when it's running the power on the base. So what we might need to do is separate this out on its own network as well. And we might possibly want to move these generators somewhere closer over here. That way we're not running as much cable. And this is going to be hand fed by me with the just using like a backpack full of coal. I can just drop it and let it fill. And then we have this area right here. So I might move the generators here between episodes and then set up one of those things, the hoppers with a coal. And then it'll be a lot easier to have all the data on one network, and then I can connect it all into IC housing to control our generators. But yeah, I think this is where I will end the episode today. We got a lot done. As you can see, we have all of our landing pads going. Not sure on the setup completely. I may move it around still. But so far, this is what we have. So thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today. I know there's a lot of time lapses of me building. I might try and cut that down in editing. But thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.